There are more rewrites in the Epstein story than in a Harry Potter fan fiction. It seems like every time I turn around, huge parts of the story, of the official story, have been completely changed to the point that the most interesting part of the story are the rewrites,
Is he
the
in
changes.
Hawaii?
Many people, like myself, have been obsessed with the fact that the facts keep moving as we move the goalposts. First, it was the Epstein list. It existed, it's a cover-up, then it doesn't exist, now it's a hoax, then Trump's gonna give us the list. Then we have the changes to the Epstein footage story. It doesn't exist, yes it does, here's the raw footage, except no, we saved it in Premiere Pro multiple times. But now, we're getting changes to the story of the very breakup between our president and Jeffrey Epstein. Look, for years we've been told that Trump kicked out Epstein from Mar-a-Lago because Epstein harassed the daughter of another member. This apparently all happened in 2007, and it sort of symbolized proof of how the president couldn't have been involved in this. After all, why would you kick someone out for being creepy if you were somehow involved in all of it? But now there's a news story coming from our president.
Which, by the way, I don't even think that's a good argument. There's plenty of people that are molesters and weirdos, but they don't do it to people that they're around. Like, just because you don't shit where you sleep doesn't mean you don't shit other places too.
Like, I'm just saying. He expounded in Scotland about the real reason that Jeffrey Epstein and him had a falling out.
He stole people that work for me. I said, don't ever do that again. He did it again. And I threw him out of the place.
So there it is. Rather than a member's daughter being harassed, it seems like instead it was over a worker dispute. Immediately after this news story about workers being stolen came out, it was clarified that he's specifically talking about workers being stolen from the spa.
And people were taken out of the spa. Hired.
And where did they go after the spa?
By him. In other words, gone. And other people would come and complain, this guy is taking people from the spa. I didn't know that.
Did one of those stolen, persons, that include Virginia Jeffrey?
I don't know. I think she worked at the spa. I think so.
Man.
I think that was one of the people. Yeah. He stole her.
Now this is a remarkable...
Man. He stole her.
Change in our story, because Virginia Giuffre is one of the lead accusers of Jeffrey Epstein. Everyone knew she was recruited at Mar-a-Lago. Now Trump is saying he not only knew about it, this is one of the reasons that he kicked out Epstein.
Well, why don't they just ask her what happened? Can't they ask her what happened?
Apparently, people complained about Epstein at the time.
Other people would come and complain, this guy is taking people from the spa.
She died? Oh. How about that? She exonerated Trump? She did. I knew that she was dead. I was joking. I'm joking about people being dead. That's right. It's another bad joke from me. Welcome to the show. I knew this. She exonerated Trump in her statements. Now, does that mean that she was telling the truth? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Good one, Destiny. Thank you.
Didn't know that.
Now, the reason this matters is because it completely changes our timeline. Remember, we had heard that he kicked Epstein out for being a creep in 2007. Now, this places us way over in 2000 when we're first hearing complaints from the spa, because Virginia Giuffre, there's a very clear timeline from court documents that she was terminated in 2000 when she would have been a minor. She met Ghislaine Maxwell, not Epstein, but it's also a problem for when everything happened, because it's not until 2000.
I don't see how you can have all of these things happen and not think that there's something that was wrong. Like, I mean, there are just so many. There's a lot. And there's a lot of smoke. There's a lot of there's a lot of dots on this graph. Man. Why were so many minors working in that spa? Oh, bro, why would you ask that? Bro, you can't just go and ask a question like that. You can't, bro. You can't go and just ask that question.
Two, Then there's the famous quote from Donald Trump about Jeffrey Epstein saying, I've known Jeff for 15 years, terrific guy, he's very fun to be with. It's even said he likes beautiful women as much as I do. Many of them are on the younger side. So if he's already had a falling out over stolen workers, specifically a stolen worker who was later trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein, if he had heard complaints about this, if he knew about this, and in 2002, he makes this claim, that's a real problem. Whereas previously, his kicking out and finding out about this apparent harassment of Mar-a-Lago clients, it doesn't happen until 2007. Now we're hearing it's been known about since 2000. So this presents a very fine line that the president has to walk in terms of what he knew when, because obviously you have to stick to your story.
It's not a fine line, by the way. It's really not. You just tell people what happened, be like, yeah, this is what happened. We had this girl there and he hired her. Like, the only problem that people have, see, like, this is the issue that I have, right? Is that, like, I never have a problem explaining shit because I just tell people what happened. Just tell them the truth. That's what it is. And people might not like it, but that's what it is. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's really that complicated.
That you kicked him out for being a creep.
Can he pardon
That's
himself?
What was originally said. In fact, it's even been repeated by the White House. Stephen Chung, in a statement, claims the fact is that the president kicked him out of his club for being a creep. So that was the stated reason, but you can't know too much in 2000. Otherwise, it makes you look horrible when you compliment him for enjoying beautiful women.
It doesn't.
If you knew he was a creep and you didn't do anything about it, that's a problem. So when asked to explain this discrepancy,
there's plenty of guys that, like, I mean, I don't, well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think that really, like, I've been around guys and I've known guys that, you know, were kind of womanizers, and then I found out that they were bad actors. Like, sure, I've had that happen. But, and, like, it's hard to know, really, like, what is and what isn't. It's really hard to know. But, like, to me, I never worry about that. I never think about that because I know I'm not doing, like, what the, I don't do no fucking bullshit. I don't have anything to do with this shit. So, like, I just go out, I just say the way it is. Yeah, I just say the way it fucking is. And so, yeah, gentlemen, yeah, exactly. Like, so I don't have a problem. Yeah.
You know, well, you said he was kicked out for being a creep. Then you said you did it because he was stealing your employees. Which is it? At first, we hear that they
no way you're best friends with someone for 15 years and don't know. I could see that happening. I really could. I legitimately could. I know it might sound weird, but, like, as I said, like, it's possible. It's definitely possible. People keep secrets. Yeah, people keep secrets, man.
Related incidents.
President, you said yesterday your falling out with Jeffrey Epstein was over him taking some of the workers from your business. But your administration in the past said that you threw him out because he was a creep. So can you explain that discrepancy?
Well, maybe they're the same thing. You know, it's sort of a little bit of the same thing.
So there you see, he's saying they're related. Stealing the employees was related to him being a creep. So you knew something, but then later he kind of says, well, I didn't know what he was using these stolen employees for.
At the time, did you know why he was taking those young women, including Virginia?
No, I didn't know.
So the story just keeps changing. I mean, it was 2007 that he kicked him out and closed his membership. Then it's 2000 when Virginia Giuffre was stolen because somehow that was creepy, but he didn't know what was actually happening. So why is it actually creepy that your employee gets stolen?
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it's Triple H. Yeah, he's in a fucking White House now. Welcome to America, bitch.
That happens all of the time in companies everywhere. In fact, once again, the White House is adjusting their story, saying that it's just the taking of employees that is creepy. Quote,
time
taking employees is most definitely creepy. How? If you don't know what's happening with this spa employee, how is it weird? Why are they saying, oh, we didn't know anything, but we knew at the time it was creepy? I don't know. It's honestly insane. It makes me crazy following the story, and I have to document.
Well, the problem is that, and this is something that Coffee, I mean, he probably has to acknowledge, Trump is an unreliable narrator. He will just say bullshit. But he will go and say all kinds of bullshit and make shit up about people and say dumb shit. And so we don't even know what's actually true, because he could be lying about knowing. He could be lying about not knowing. Fuck, it could be somehow he could be lying about both of them.
Every time the story changes, so you guys don't believe this nonsense. I mean, it's like, it is complete gaslighting. It's driving me crazy, and yeah, I just have to talk about it because We can't allow them to do this.
Well, it's
I
gonna
want
happen.
real life scientific opinion.
I don't think I don't think it's gonna go anywhere.
I
Like,
want
sorry about this.
There are more rewrites to the.
I don't even. The thing is that him remembering and retelling this on an airplane, he's probably gonna get some shit wrong. And you know, you gotta remember, Trump's 78 years old. This shit happened literally 20 years ago. Like, the exact way that something happened 20 years ago, to me, I would probably retell it kind of a wrong way. But at the same time, I kind of would try to get this one straight. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, he's 79. Is he 79 now? Yeah, he's 79. Anyway, so I seems to remember it pretty well. Yeah, damn 78, bro, is very coherent. There's plenty of guys that are 78, they do fine. 79, 80 years old. Like, you look at Bernie, but Bernie old as fuck. Nancy Pelosi, I mean, like, she's a demon, but you know, she's definitely she on that adrenochrome, and so she's okay. The Coffee Zealot's first problem is getting too emotionally invested that drastically increases clarity about this and requires absolute clarity and impartialness. Well, like, I don't really know. Like, a lot of this is that, like, is there a chance that Trump said that Jeffrey Epstein was a creep just because it got exposed that he was a creep and he actually wasn't a creep, and Trump is just saying this to try to act like he was on the right side of things? That's definitely possible. Is it possible that he knew Jeffrey Epstein was a creep? Like, any of these things are possible because Trump's a liar. He lies about shit all the time. And so, like, there's no way that you can really know what the fuck is going on because there's, I mean, guys, come on. No, really. Like, he makes shit up. Like, as I said, this is what I think happened, okay? If you fucking truth serumed me and you asked, what do you think happened with Epstein and Trump? I think Trump knew about it, but I don't think that there's any reason for me to think that Trump participated. Now, I'm open to the idea that he did. I just don't see any evidence for it. I think that's too far of a logical guess for me, but I think that he did know. Yeah, I think he was a client. Like, that's really what happens, right? And like, so yeah, I agreed. How would he know? Because he knew. Because I think he knew. That's the reason why. You asked me what I think. I could give you 10 different reasons why. At the end of the day, logical, the drawing, yeah, exactly. It's just logical, right? Yeah, exactly. The dude fucked a porn star when his wife was pregnant with his kid. So what? Who cares? He's a piece of shit scumbag. Everybody knows that. What, are people surprised? Everybody knows this. Duh. That's not the point. That's not the problem. Like, the problem, she was over the age of 18. Like, it's a scumbag thing to do, but that's not the conversation that we're having here, right? And so, yeah, there's no proof of that, though. Well, even if it is, that doesn't prove anything. You know, that's it. Chat morals? Yeah, I have a crazy theory of Trump. Trump could be the mastermind behind everything, and he has the government in his grips. Well, I don't think so. I mean, I think that, again, that probably isn't true. But either way, yeah, so Ghislaine Maxwell has been transferred to a minimum security prison in Texas, and the department and the Bureau of, what was it here? The Bureau of Prisons. She wasn't eligible, but they made a special exception for her. So what does that mean? I think it's not going to be a good week to be her. I'll tell you that. He owned a teen beauty pageant. I think it's creepy as fuck. Like, I think it's very weird. Like, I absolutely do. But again, you're going to need to give me more than circumstantial evidence for me to say that somebody is a pedo that went to sleep with underage girls on a special island. Like, you like, that is a very big accusation, and I would need to have more evidence for that. Sorry,